What's good, YouTube? The Unlucky Bros Corporation, and I'm your host, Triple N. I'm here for a Luard deck profile. Should have been did this. I've had the deck for a while, but I got real unlucky with the Dragon of Aeon set, so I decided to. I just never did it, and I've had this deck for about a few months. I've been working with the numbers, trying to see what build I really wanted to do. I have another build for this, but this is like the blaster build, so you can try to Superior Rod early, get to grade 3 early, so you can get Luard plays done early. So go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and give me this deck profile. Starter, because I forget to show off the starter sometimes. Drag Prince Root. Yeah. So 4. Dragheart Luard, the main. I think he's the only Shadow Paladin that has the ability to retire opponent's unit. You get to choose. So that's cool. So it retires 2 grade 1 rear guards, draw a card, and you get to choose one of your opponent's rear guards retired. Its other ability, the cost is reduced for every grade 1. This deck is all about having grade 1s on the field or in the drop zone. So the skill is Counterblast 3, return 2 normal units from your drop zone to your deck. So it's kind of like Ritual back in the day. And search your deck for up to 1 Drag Driver Luard. Ride this up, and then at the end of that turn, you can ride Dragheart Luard from the Soulless Sided. So it's literally to go into the other one, play 4, because Luard's the GOAT. Luard's the GOAT. I run 3. Drag Driver Luard. Running 3 can be scary. It just depends on like what's going on. I like the number at 3, but you could bump it to 4 if you wanted to. I think if I go back to playing the pure Luard build, then I would probably bump this back up to 4. But Drag Driver Luard. During your turn, if this unit gets +5 for each of your grade 1 rear guards, and if you have 2 or more grade 3s in your soul, the original critical of all your grade 1 rear guards become 2. Win place, Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 number. Search your deck for up to the number of cards in your soul with Luard, and then card name plus grade 1. Call them to R. So if you have a Luard, you get to search for 2. If you have 2 Luards, you get to search for 3. So the number just keeps going up. So this is really good. You always want to go into this. 1 last grade 3, 1 Phantom Blaster Dragon. You're running the Superior Ride, like I mentioned earlier. Literally, he's just in there for that Superior Ride. If you go first, you're able to go at grade 3 your turn early, which then also, when you go ride Luard over top of him, and you go into the other Luard, that gives you your 2 grade 3s in soul. So on your technical grade 3 ride turn, you'll be able to have grade 1s with the double critical, which puts pressure on your opponent early. So, under that. On to the grade 2s, I play 4. Blaster Dark. You need Blaster Dark for the combo, so you can go into Phantom Blaster. If you end up hitting Phantom Blaster early for some weird reason, then you want to ride him anyway, because you can get a twin drive with him. So you get a twin drive with him if something happens to where you can't go into Phantom Blaster Dragon. Either way, I love Blaster Dark, so he's in the deck. But 4 of that. Next grade 2, I play 4 of Drag Wizard Leopold. Leopold is really good because it's a counterblast when you can get a grade 1. So if you have Blaster Dark and you have this, but you don't have the grade 1 you need to go into a Phantom Blaster, you can use this to call it that, or you could just call any grade 1 you need if you just want to filter out through your deck. Sometimes I really use this to call out I forgot the Sharon to do the counter charge and all that, just to get things through the deck, or if you want to use it for Owl, whatever, just let you get your grade 1s. For 4, Drag with a Leopold. Lost the last grade 2s. I played 3. Drag Wizard Morfessa. Like I said, if I was running the pure Luard build, I'd run probably 4 of this as well. On R and in deck, if the Vanguard is Luard, this gets grade -1, so it becomes a grade 1. And at the end of the battle, it attacks. If you have 4 or more rear guards with the original grade 1, you can counterblast 1, retire this unit, and call a grade 1 from your drop zone to R. This gives you multi-attack plays. I love to go like using this, swinging with this for like, usually I'll swing with this for like 40,000 power, 2 crit after my opponent either guards it or takes it. Counterblast 1, retire it, and then get another grade 1 from the drop zone. So this is really good. Like I said, if I was playing pure Luard, I would run this at 4, but 3's fine. On to the grade 1s. Play a lot of grade 1s, but I play 4. Cherish Ignite Baldwin. It's your grade 3 searcher. You need it because you always want to get your Luard. And Also, it has the ability if you have 3 or more grade 1s in the drop zone, it gets +5. So this is really good. You could combo her with Morfessa because she's the +5, so you could call her back if she's in the drop zone. There's other targets too, but this is a good one. What, 4 of this because you want to see your grade 3s. I'll play 3. Freezing Witch Bendy. Bendy's needed to go into Phantom Blaster Dragon. So I was running at 4, but I think 3's better because you don't like you could. There's ways to search her and stuff like that. So I feel like you don't really need to always see her. Plus, she doesn't do nothing except for that turn. So I run the 3 for one reason for numbers for grade 1 numbers, and another reason is literally for the Phantom Blaster. So I run 3 because I feel like that's all you're gonna really need. I play 2 Sharon. Like I said, if this was a pure Luard build, it'd maybe probably be at 3. I only usually run the 2. When plays due to ability, Soul Blast, Counter Charge, get 3. It's literally in there just for counter charging. You can recycle in this deck because you put cards back into your deck every time you use Luard. So it's like these cards are never going to be dead, even if you only have 1 or 2. The only time they're dead is if they're in the damage, which usually you probably get 1 in the damage. You rarely get both. So like, yeah, it's in there for like that. Next ones I'll play 2 Abyssal Owl. Like I said, I cut numbers down to put the blaster engine in. Abyssal Owl is really good. You can draw a card. When he plays, you can counterblast, draw a card. But if you and your opponent's Vanguard are the same grade, you can Soul Blast instead. It's really just there for a draw. It's really good for that. That's pretty much it. You can, like I said, 2 is fine. You can bump the numbers up if y'all want. One ofs, I play 1 Sage of Bris, Nightmare Painter, and 1 Strict Order Knight Lewis's. You could bump these, like I said, you could bump these numbers up high. Like I said, I had to cut some stuff and not to cut these. I kind of didn't want to cut her down to 1. I like playing her at 2 or 3 because of her ability to, like, if you have 5 more grade 1 rear guards, this unit gets +15. You could bump her up. You could technically take this out and bump her to 2. But Nightmare Painter is good because it lets you work with the soul, lets you get soul back, and stuff like that. And then this is if you're grade 3, your grade 1s get intercepts. All your 4 grade 1s get intercepts. So, like I said, I just changed it around because I put Blaster in it for the Superior Eye. So you can work with the numbers a bit or however you want. If y'all want that other build, I can show it to y'all. It's up to y'all. But I would probably bump some numbers down and probably put her up to 2. I feel like 1 of him is fine. I feel like you don't really need multiples because I really never guard on field unless I have to. Usually I have the hand to guard, so it's really up to you. Like, it's up to player preference. And I like the Nightmare Painter in the deck because just putting cards back in the soul just in case you need it. It's like, and like I said, everything in this deck is searchable because of this whole deck relies on grade 1s. So I feel like 1 ofs are fine. On to our triggers, is basic triggers: 8 crit, 4 draw, PGs, and 4 heals. It's the basic numbers because it's like there's nothing crazy with it. You do your shenanigan plays. Usually, if you can get to the Phantom, if you do the Phantom Blaster right, on your actual like grade 3, you still going into Luard. You're usually going to use Luard's skill. You should have grade 1s in the drop zone. You will go into Drag Driver, call what you need on field, and play some units from hand, and you just go from there. Since if you use the Phantom Blaster, Superior Ride, then you'll have the 2 grade 3s, which means your grade 1s now have the extra criticals. You never put force markers on your Vanguard. You always put it on your rear guard circles so you can hit those numbers because those are the main reason of the deck is to hit your opponent with your rear guard numbers. Because then your opponent has to, like, if they can't really deal with your rear guards, they have to, like, let Luard hit and hope you don't hit any crits. But I've had a game where, like, they were so worried about my rear guards, they just took my Vanguard, and my Vanguard hit 2 crits or a crit and puts them in even more danger. So this deck is really fun, and then you get to back ride, so you're getting extra force markers. You should be getting 2 or 3 force markers a turn once you hit Luard. So, but that's my Luard deck profile. Let me know what y'all think. The camera keeps getting blurry. I don't know what's going on. But Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see the other Luard build. Because Luard is fun. It's a fun deck to play. I really enjoy it. I don't know if I would say I like the other build better. I like the Blaster build because it's like going grade 3 early is always cool. It doesn't always go off, but when it does, you really get things going. So, I don't know. But that's my deck profile. That's going to be the end of my turn. Peace.